this tomorrow with 2 friends. If you do to join me today, I'd be happy to get your Uber. If you do want to join me today, I'd be happy to get your Uber. Fun EDM, yes. I believe so. I believe so. Haven't actually looked them up. If you do want to join me today, I'd be happy to get your Uber.
Every brother shall seek constantly to give pleasure to all brethren, with whom he is acquainted, whether by entertainment or conversation, or in any other manner that may suggest itself. It will frequently and naturally arise that love itself springs up between members of the order, for that they have so many and sacred interests in common. Such love is peculiarly holy and is to be encouraged. All children of brethren are to be considered as children of the whole order, and to be protected and aided in every way by its members, severally, as by its organization collectively. No distinction is to be made with regard to the conditions surrounding the birth of any child. 15. There is an especially sacred duty,
Okay, pretty nice.
which every brother should fulfill, with regard to all children, those born without the order included. This duty is to instruct them in the law of the Lima, to teach them independence and freedom of thought and character, and to that servility and cowardice are the most deadly diseases of the human soul. A crystal which thee alleged to have been brought to him by angels. was then placed upon this table, and the principal result of the ceremonial scrying of Sir Edward Kelly is the obtaining of the following diagrams, plates, viewing. He symbolized the fourth dimensional universe in 2 dimensions as a square, surrounded by 30 concentric circles, whose radii increased in a geometrical proportion. The sides of the square are the 4 great watchtowers, which are attributed to the elements. There is also a black cross, central.
Will offset the propaganda. I mean, so, we have the OODA loop we can look at. We can look at circle of influence and circle of concern. We can apply all these logical techniques to the situation and see what actually is in the dad's control and what is not. And
I love you. Yes, that's it. Go ahead. Yeah.
He can put his foot down and say, not only am I not paying the $400 that you just suddenly said I owed about a program I didn't consent to that I know nothing about, I'm going to demand my 4 weeks with my son. And there's serious risk that the 4 weeks will be terrible and it will further alienate his child. Or they'll be great and the child will have more information on how his dad really works and what he thinks. Or he goes to the summer camp and he gets adulting 101 skills that will help him have a new lens on the world and how the world works and maybe open his eyes to the manipulations of his residential. There's just so many things that could happen.
Yeah, do you know what's so
Yeah,
sad?
I want to say this because in situations like this, I've urged my friends, if you got contentious relationships with your ex and it don't work out, you have to document your visits with your child. No, it sounds outrageous. Trust me.
Video, journaling, photographs.
Yes.
Video, journaling, photographs.
Write written logs. Written logs work too. Because you want to know what? That shit stands up in court. I got a friend right now who just won full custody off of those documented tactics.
Okay, enjoy your day, bitch.
Yeah, we can move on.
Enjoy your day. Enjoy your life. I eat very clean. I just eat steak with no seasoning, just fucking raw. I eat the steak. I invited this girl out to join me for the day. She's like, I can't join you because I only eat steak. That's it. Very clean.
But Nicki Minaj, that wasn't Nicki Minaj singing.
No, it wasn't.
At least have a right PTR, damn.
That's alright. Do y'all want to get into some geopolitics?
Fuck them kids.
I'm sorry, that was so
That's fucked up.
I'm gonna probably dip because I'm all politics out ever since last year.
last year.
Man. Yeah, like what happened?
Oh, no, I mean, hold on, I'm getting an important call. Give me a second. Election stuff, but not what you think it is.
on TikTok. So Canada is retracting its early. Yeah. Its early notions of, hey, oh, the U.S. is doing bad and all of this other stuff, and we don't want nothing to do with the war. Yeah, y'all, come on up here. Yeah, I'll get this for you home.
It's kind of funny to think that Canadians don't have anything to do with the war. They got all kinds of industries.
I wasn't done.
Hello?
I wasn't done. You can go after me, sir.
Oh, okay.
Decorum.
Please proceed, Dr. Night King. Please proceed.
When are you running for Congress? Have some decorum. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Canada is now saying that they want parts in a joint relationship with the U.S. amid all of these crises in the Middle East. Wow. Wait a minute. Y'all first are just fucking criticizing us for doing our operations anyway, and then now y'all are talking with y'all leaders, wherever the fuck they are. You got this fat ass prime minister who look like Barney and shit. Who was just like going to bats. Hold on. Going to bats. I haven't said anything. Going to bats with Donald Trump about the tariffs, about how like y'all didn't need us and stuff like that. But now y'all want a collaborative relationship with us far as our operations in the Middle East. Speak to that, Jarl Bulgriff, fucking imperial spy.
Wait, what are you referencing, real quick? Can you put?
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's new news. Look, 24-hour geopolitics. It's hard to keep up with. I understand.
Brother, can you just put the link in the chat?
Yeah. That's why we've got Snatch, so we can get live updates.
For Canada wants arrangement with U.S.
Monica, what are you still doing here? I thought you were out for your Friday lunch, girl.
So in about
Hello?
10 minutes. In about 10 minutes.
We're gonna cook you for that. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hello?
In about 10 minutes, I'm going to be hoping to do a January 6th room with Coco.
Oh, exciting! That's so great of you. Wow, that's so productive of you on a Friday. Oh my God, it'll be such an amazing banger room. Did you see the federal judge froze the $1.5 billion Trump slush fund? Did you see? Did you keep up with the geopolitical news? Because as Night King just said, it changes so quickly. It changes so quickly.
I saw the Supreme Court cast out the federal judges.
Yeah.
Hamstringing of Trump's firing of federal employees. That was a win for the Trump administration.
Well, I'm going to the gym, and then I'm going to go have a beautiful lunch with a beautiful girl at the beach. I hope you all enjoy your J6 room with Monica. And Night King, I hope you have a great day. I hope everybody here has such a great day. And, you know, make the best of it. Be productive. You know, try to do a little work. Try to read a book, maybe. That could be good for you. Knowledge. If you get more knowledge, you could maybe start to trade. Because then you could become Ayn Randians. Oh, I'm not finished speaking. I'm sorry, moderators, if I'm over talking. I apologize. Good Shabbos, everybody! Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu, b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat b'nei Pri Hagafen.
Don't take your phone out at any point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Leave them home. Leave them all home. Just don't take them.
Leave them all home. Okay.
Yeah, maybe take one for an emergency. Keep it in the
I want to
car.
go back to what Kendo was talking about, but I still don't have enough context to really engage with it.
Yeah, you need a link.
Wait, hold on. Let me just say.
Put it in the chat.
I don't like humor. I don't know why.
Actually, I think you got your initials backwards there. I think it's supposed to be AZT. That's the name of the super chemical from that movie, Limitless. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was NZT. That was the name of the super compound formula. Hello?
You're disgusting.
Disgusting. If we were to total up you, Bima, and Serendipity, you girls would weigh over 500 pounds.
Serendipity saves us because she's really skinny. And Monica's hot. So, and so am I. So fuck you.
This guy just wants massive melons. I get it. I get it.
My sister, talking about that, she did that GPL1 thing. She lost 100 pounds. And
There you go for this.
Have you seen the side effects?
I don't know.
You can do it. Eli Lilly can help you. You can lose 100 pounds. Do you know what it's like to walk around with a 100-pound dumbbell? Can you imagine walking around with that on your body?
Yeah, and you get good muscle. And that's what I'm worried about. Sister, I'm worried about the muscle that sister lost.
Yeah.
Because now she's all like skinny.
Gotta work out. The girl I'm going out with today, she said, sorry, I can't go to that restaurant because I'm a strict carnivore. She only eats steak. She eats clean, just like Jordan Peterson. And somebody here really loves Jordan Peterson in this room. But I wanted to say, Florida man, I hear you saying very derogatory things towards Jewish men. And I just gotta say, is it a self-esteem issue? Is it projection? Is it ad hominem projection?
No,
when
not
you
Florida.
when you are
Not
making racist, bigoted, slanderous, defaming comments towards a very small minority of people on the whole planet of almost 8 billion people, like almost 20 million people out of 8 billion, and you're gonna come on a social audio public app and make really racist, defaming remarks towards such a tiny little minority?
Can I talk to you about
Tiniest little minority,
We're
Florida
talking
man?
about the ruling elite in Israel. What's going on in southern Lebanon?
Oh my God.
Do you know?
What's going on?
Can we get an update with that, please?
Why are we going off the topic?
Oh, John, he did it. It's his fault.
Yeah. You let him right.
I mean, because a group
Well, I
is a
mean,
minority.
I don't know. Let him. Yeah, no, I mean, come on. I'm like,
What? I put a link in the chat. I brought y'all
oh,
to the
that's right. He
You
did.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Let me look at it. We'll pull it back.
Talk
Pull it back.
talk about your relationship for a while.
So I think
well, right.
Yo, hello. Kendo, this is
You know,
well, I
no, it's cool. Let's just. Right.
What?
Decorum, sir. Calm down.
What are you talking about?
I'm just talking about how we let this little bitch named John Kitover fucking utilize our data and pillage us. And y'all don't have a problem with that. No, Florida, just hold on right quick. Hold that argument. Don't touch that dial, brother. I'll be right back with you, I promise. Because we can talk about it.
I feel raped.
John Kitover, you do not have consent for any of this data. For any opinions in this discussion.
Well, I apologize. Are you a man or are you just raw data? Because to me, you're more data than man.
And you're running for office.
This is just new capitalism, a new industry.
If you want to joke, I can joke with you too. You're a bitch.
You got kicked out of the state for
That's ad hominem projection, sir.
Whatever. We can do ad hominem projection. We can do syllogisms. We can do all that kind of shit. But I just don't want to do it with you.
Well, you can do it with my nigga. You can do it with my nigga, Monica.
Great. what you're doing.
Well, Night King, I hate to tell you this, but I think you're missing out because the preservation of the human race has got a big room going, and I think they need you in there. I think they need you. You what?
Do you know Mary? Do you know Todd?
Who? Todd Blanche, DOJ, acting Attorney General? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
The fact that you know him, no, and you can't get elected, that's a fail.
Did you see, Monica, that Pam Bondi? Did you see that Pam Bondi was given a deposition today from the Jeffrey Epstein paperwork? Did you see that Pam Bondi was given a deposition today about the Epstein files? Thank you, Bima. I think it already got canceled, though, because she said she wouldn't go with me to the brewery. She said she has to go to an expensive steak restaurant. So I just immediately deleted the text, and I hope to never hear from her again. Oh no, it's dying. Enjoy your life with Night King. Take care, Night King. Bye-bye. I think my phone is dying. I think my battery's about to go out. Oh no, I can't find my charger. I can't find my cord. I can't find my charger. Is there an outlet here? Hurry, hurry, my phone's about to die. Is there an outlet? Does anybody see an outlet? Does anybody have a charger? Oh no, I'm at 1%. I'm at 1% on my phone. Oh no. This could be it.
Whenever he comes up.
Yes, he's stealing data. Are you nuts?
What's going on?
Whatever. All of y'all are crazy. Anyway, girls here.
What?
Shut up.
Dodged a
Let
bullet
that
there,
go.
Vera.
Anyway, Florida, now we.
Yeah, you were saying, fucker?
Yeah, so did you check out the link?
Yeah, apparently Cardi gave a speech in New York where he wants to try to mend the relationship with the U.S. still, right? So what was your point again?
Basically, he said some shit like, if you're not on
Oh
the
yeah?
That's not what I got from it, but okay.
Look at this in the article. I can show you. Don't make me copy and paste.
Let me go double check, but like,
Yeah, go.
He didn't even mention like trying to build up like any kind of partnership with America. The purpose of that visit was to show China that just like we're trying to show America that we're not like we don't bend the knee to them. I just don't understand how you got that idea out of that.
No, because he does.
It seems to me like what he's trying to do. Just give me a second here, Night King. I'll just briefly give you my synopsis of it. It seems like all he's really trying to do here is like, number one, ensure that like he's hedging his bet and not putting all of the eggs in one basket, so to speak, or too many eggs in a single basket, so to speak. Where like even though there are a lot of disagreements and separation between the current governments.
Oh my god, it's the Elon Musk. Adrian. The Dirt Man himself! Adrian. Dirt Man. I need to go eat my cooked buttered steak as I
I am the
wash.
charioteer of the east, lord of the past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light, lord of the resurrection, who cometh forth from the dust, and my birth is from the house of death. Only two divine hearts upon
sick. Good, no red stick.
Thou art still nameless to eternity. Come thou forth, I say, and aid and guard me in this work of art.
The Gnostic Catholic Church, the Order of the Knights of the Holy Ghost, the Order of the Illuminati, the Order of the Temple, Knights Templar, the Order of the Knights of St. John, the Order of the Knights of Mountain, the Order of the Knights of the Holy Sepulchre, the Hidden Church of the Holy Grail, the Hermetic Brotherhood of Light, the Holy Order of Rose Creeks of Hidden, the Order of the Holy Royal Archer Cloak, the Ancient Satanic Rites and Priesthood, the Rites of Lucas, the Rites of Israel, the Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rites of Masonry, the Sacred Glory of Masonry, the Order of the Martinists, the Order of the Sapphire, and many other orders of equal merit, if of less fame.
Is your mom or dad Jewish? Is your mom or dad Jewish?
My object all sublime, I keep it in my mind.
I'm a cashew.
Made of light, threading through the night.
Dad is J, mom is C.
I mark the hidden scene, I sharpen up the dream.
Is your mom or dad Jewish?
The case is cold but clear. I waited long enough here. So let it come around, let the gavel kiss the ground. I want the scales to sing on the edge of everything, to make the punishment fit the You wore the borrowed face, you left no kind of grace. But every lie you spun turns back beneath the sun. I kept the final clue, like a blade inside my shoe. Now every step you take feels like the earth might break. So let it come around, let the gavel kiss the ground. I want the scales to sing on the edge of everything, to make the punishment fit the crime.
Oh, wow. Oh, we did listen to that, dude.
If I'm wrong, but I have held on long to the shape of what was lost, to the price, to the cost, to make the punishment fit the crime. My object all sublime, I keep it in my mind. A needle made of light, threading through the night. I marked the hidden scene,
dream. The case is cold but clear. I've waited long enough here. So let it come around. Let the gavel kiss the ground. I want the scales to sing on the edge of everything to make the punishment fit the crime. Fit the crime. To make the punishment fit the crime. Fit the crime. My object was sublime. I shall achieve in time. You wore the borrowed face. You left no kind of grace. But every lie you spun turns back beneath the sun. I kept the final clue, like a blade inside my shoe. Now every step you take feels like the earth might break. So let it come around. Let the gale kiss the ground. I want the scales to sing on the edge of everything to make the punishment fit the crime. Fit the crime. To make the punishment fit the crime. My object all sublime. I shall achieve in time. And if I'm wrong, but I have held on to the shape of what was lost to the prize, to the crime, to make the punishment fit the crime, fit the crime, make the punishment fit the crime, fit the crime. My object all sublime. I shall achieve in time.
Receive all care, attention, and honor from all brethren. 68 special professed houses will be established for their convenience, should they wish to take advantage of them. 69B Order offers great social advantages to its members, bringing them as it does into constant association with men and women of high rank. 70. The Order offers extraordinary opportunities to its members in their trades, businesses, or
brother shall seek constantly to give pleasure to all brethren with whom he is acquainted, whether by entertainment or conversation, or in any other manner that may suggest itself. It will frequently and naturally arise that love itself springs up between members of the order, for that they have so many and sacred interests in common. Such love is peculiarly holy and is to be encouraged. All children of brethren are to be considered as children of the whole order, and to be protected and aided in every way by its members, severally, as by its organization collectively. No distinction is to be made with regard to the conditions surrounding the birth of any child. 15. There is an especially sacred duty which every brother should fulfill with regard to all children, those born without the order included. This duty is to instruct them in the law of the Lima, to teach them independence and freedom of thought and character, and to warn them that servility and cowardice are the most deadly diseases of the human soul. The Shogstone, a crystal which Dee alleged to have been brought to him by angels, was then placed upon this table, and the principal result of the ceremonial scrying of Sir Edward Kelly is the obtaining of the following diagrams, plates, viewing. He symbolized the fourth dimensional universe in 2 dimensions as a square, surrounded by 30 concentric circles, whose radii increased in a geometrical proportion. The sides of the square are the 4 great watchtowers, which are attributed to the elements. There is also a black cross, central tablet according to the arrangement shown. Compare the black cross bordering the tablets in plate A with plate B. Plate B gives the general view. Plate 4 gives the complete attribution of the tablet of air. The 6th file is called Linea Patris. The 7th file is called Linea Filii. The 7th line is called Linea Spiritus Sancti. This great cross divides the tablet into 4 less tablets. The left-hand top corner being air of air, the right-hand top corner water of air, the left-hand bottom corner earth of air, the remaining corner fire of air. Each of these lesser tablets contains a Calvary cross of 10 squares. is the way in which the names are drawn from the great tablets.
Very good. Do you want to listen to that?
Next,
Listen to that?
the following text is between the points of the pentagram, starting at upper right. The words below are arced in a circle.
Listen to this for the LA Fitness and get lunch. I love to, but I'm working for the time.
The letters around the rim are Enochian letters, facing outward in the illustration, including the corner letters facing toward the outer point of each corner. The two overlapping equilateral triangles shown in the interior of the figure are composed of thin, solid lines and somewhat closer in their bases to the top and bottom of the square than shown here. In the illustration, the base angles touch the fourth edge letter from the corner in each instance. The rectangular grid with Enochian letters in the center of the diagram has been adjusted to align with the edge letters of the original illustration. This rectangular grid has its corners overlapping, the lines defining the hexagram in the original illustration. There are 7 small devices, 5 squares and 2 circles, symmetrically arranged in the pattern of a 7-pointed star with point upward. There is no actual 7-pointed star drawn. These devices are all oriented to be viewed from the center of the figure. Their size is about that of 3-edged divisions vertically and horizontally, and their text would be at right angles to any straight line that might be drawn from the center of the figure. These devices have been represented by the numbers 1 through 7 in the approximation above. They are separately approximated below. Not to scale. Mine is the head of the hawk. Abrahadabra. And ends.
6. I bear the rose and cross of life and light.
Abrahadabra.
Giving the sign at each Abrahadabra.
Remaining in the sign. The invocation concludes.
Therefore I say unto thee, come thou forth and dwell in me, so that every spirit, whether of the firmament, or of the ether, or of the earth, or under the earth, on dry land, or in the water, or whirling air, or of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God the Vast One, might be thee.
Abrahadabra. The adoration. Impromptu. Close by banishing.
I think this was omitted at W's order.
Mine is the head of a man, and my insight is keen as the hawks. By my head I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By the brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle reverse, the sign given of none save it be of thee. O Lord, by the Lamb and I invoke thee. 3. Mine is the garment of white, sewn with gold, the flashing obey that I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of Apophis and Typhon. By the sign I invoke thee. 4 is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue vigor of the intimate air.
My fingers travel on the beads of pearl, so run I after thee in thy car of glory. By my fingers I invoke thee. I bear the wand of double power in the voice of the master Abrahadabra. By the word I invoke thee. Mine are the dark blue waves of music in the song that I made of old to invoke thee. Strike, strike the master chord, draw, draw the flaming sword crown, child and conquering Lord Horus, Avenger. By the song I invoke thee. 6. In my hand is thy sword of revenge, let it strike at thy bidding. By the sword I invoke thee. The voice of the 5. The voice of the 5. The voice of the 6. 11 are the voices, Abrahadabra. Strike, strike the master chord. Draw, draw the flaming sword. Crowned, child and conquering Lord Horus, Avenger. Thou the head of the whole. Thee I invoke, thou only begotten child of Osiris thy father, and Isis thy mother, he that was slain. She that bore thee in her womb, flying from the terror of the water. Thee I invoke. Oh, those apron is of flashing white. Whiter than the forehead of the morning. The iron whose garment is of the golden glory, with the azure bars of sky, and the dragons of death were as dust. Thou didst raise thy head, and the crocodile of Nile was abased before thee. Whose name hideth the universe with night, the impermeable blue. Or you?
It's your no, my. It's just difficult for me to get to my phone and unmute. I'm mainly listening because my hands are dirty. It's your baby, Francie. I'll support it if you don't want to use the femininity form. It's fine.
But I could use the femininity form if
It's a relatively new house, so like
yeah.
it depends on what you want to do. Like, but I don't see us having a problem with you using it. But if you want to create your own house, you can.
I mean,
I'll support you with.
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, I've got one created. It's called Queen Bees. like that. It's called Queen Bees. But you know what? I mean,
Time for real
but
change!
Group, and people see stuff that's going on, and they know that's a group. that's already been established, they're more likely to come in, I think. I don't need to reinvent the horse. I can't believe I just said horse. Hey, M. Carnage. We're talking about just girl stuff, but we're about done. Beaver, what do you think, girl, if you can talk?
Yeah, I think that maybe to get them to participate without coming up on stage, you could do like polls and stuff for the men, while the stage just for the women. Right, that'll be cool, so we can gauge what they're thinking.
I love that.
And then maybe even to get them to stay around, if you do like a designated hour or something, you can be like, the last 15 minutes, we'll allow guys to come up and just, if they want to comment on anything, but it's not going to be 15 minutes flat, you know?
Well, the thing is, like, depending on what topics and I think some days will be just funny and ridiculous, and some days will be very serious. And I think that most men and a lot of men on Clubhouse, want a relationship to work. They want healthy relationships, and not all of them, but most of them. And I think that the reason they liked our room so much is because it was their chance to say, hey, we're not like that. Like, we want this, and I think that was what was cool. But then you would have a female say back, yeah, I believe you. I think that you want it like that, so because it's healthy, but no one's doing it, and this is why I think no one's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, it gave them men a chance to express, but also to say, I don't think men think like that. I think this is the reason why,
I think that women always think about themselves. Men think about you guys more than you think of, and a lot of women are all about themselves. I don't care.
I have a question for you about that then, because this is very curious. If that's the case, okay, and it's not, and men aren't communicating it, because I think, listen, that's my problem, okay? My love will convince me up and down that I'm his world, that he's all I think about, that I'm the purpose, but then he doesn't say this stuff to me. So my question to you is, do you guys think that we are just supposed to read minds? Or when it's not communicated to us, how you guys know that we love you because we tell you, because women talk. We have a lot to say, and we're over communicative, and so you guys feel secure in your love, our love for you.
No,
but when we don't get that back, so that's my question to you. Do you think that you have to communicate it verbally to a woman if you love her, or should we just know?
You should just know. Those are just words. The issue is that I can't speak for all men, but when I speak to a woman, I think about my words, like how I say, what I say, how it may affect what I say to her. And if I hide something from you or something like that, it's actually just to protect your brain. It's not to like be sneaky with you or get over on you or something like that. But a lot of women always think about themselves. Like, and I'm not a women hater by any means. I date plenty of women. Women love me. I love them. And as a matter of fact, I cape for you guys all the time. Like, you got these men who hate women absolutely, and I stick up for you guys. I had a guy the other day. He was like, "Oh, we're so much better than women." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Bro, how can you say that? Like, that's crazy."
One thing I just want to jump in and get Vina to say is, so I'm married and been married for about 16 years now, and I'm sensitive. I'm a female. I'm sensitive. I usually lead with love, lead with emotions instead of logic, and I've tried to change that, and I do try to be more logical, but I'm still female. And so if my husband would say, let's say he's not feeling well, or maybe he's pissed off about something somebody else did, if he doesn't tell me, like, hey babe, like, I'm grouchy, I need some time, it's not you, this is what happened, uh, then I'm going to think that there's something going on and he's having negative thoughts or feelings about me, which I know sounds completely silly, but at the same time, when he is irritated with me, he stays silent, and that is the worst. And he's learned to say, honey, I'm a little irritated with you, I just need some space, and then we'll talk about it. And I'm fine with that. I just need to have that resolved. And so I don't know if that makes sense to you.
You'll never get it though, because you are trapped. It takes a woman, I don't care if he's Brad Pitt, it takes a woman 2 years to fall in love. And once you're captured, like you're captured, you've been in with him for 16 years and there's no way out. And even if you did, and even if you did get out, you will always think about him. He will live in your brain till you die.
Sweetheart, you can say what you want, but the 16 years have been, when I say we fight, or, there's not a couple in the world, two people that are the most in love ever and have the most healthy relationship, um, but you still, as a couple, have to come up with a mechanism to handle it when you're irritated, or,
No, but when a guy knows he has you, he doesn't care how he acts.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't have to act anyway. Once a guy makes it past 2 years and you guys are in love, he's got you forever if he wants.
What about the fact that he makes my coffee every morning, brings it to me? Anything I want, anything materially, it's mine. He drives me everywhere because
It's just to keep you quiet and keep getting laid, though. That means nothing.
So what would he need to do? What would he have to do? How would I know if he truly loved me and he wasn't just playing a game? And what made you the expert? You're not married. I am.
I'm married. I could have been married. I've denied it twice.
And what is this 2-year rule?
I could have been married a couple times. Yeah, no, it's like it takes a woman. It doesn't matter how much the guy does, how financially stable he is, whatever. If he puts in 2 years and he's good to you, as far as like he's not talking out of line. He never disrespects you. He never raises his voice. He never calls you the B word. Something like that. If he makes that clean for 2 years, he's got you.
Well, that's it. That before we.
You're about to get jumped. Who's gonna take it first?
Here, so I'll be quiet and let the others talk.
No, but Francie, it's not about knowing if he loves you or not. It's that you've already came this far and you might as well just make it work. Like, you do not want to be out here and be single.
I'll
tell you that.
Not. You're right about that. But I am in love with my husband and he's in love with me. And I hope that you find that someday. I don't say that to be sarcastic. I really and truly hope that you find that one day.
Oh, I've already found it. Let me say this and then it's on you. I promise. I just don't want to lose my train of thought. So I really thought about it. I've had a lot of women, and I don't say that to boast or brag. I say that humbly. And I've had all sorts of women, FBI agents, regular degulars. I've tried it all. And when I really sat down and thought about it, it was really only one woman that I loved truly, and that she loved me truly. The only reason it never worked, and she was a Russian woman, gorgeous, house, the way she treated me, everything. And the only reason it didn't work is because I was 20 years old and she was 35. And she was a pure Russian. And she was like, I could never do that to my mom. You know, so I've been in love. It's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. And I'll say this and shut up. I have been stepdaddy. I've played house. You know what I'm saying? I've done the whole nine. So it's not that I'm an expert or a know-it-all. It's just I'm speaking from my own experience. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I was
Okay.
Hey, Monica, go ahead. Monica, she's busy. You go first.
Yeah, super quick. I don't know how much longer I want to entertain this. Go ahead, Bima.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think that's probably. I think you answered your own question. Well, not even answered your own question. I think you discovered, if you analyze what you just said, right? I was only in love with this one woman. Okay, so all of these other women, they're gonna know that. I'm just letting you know. We just know. Okay, how do I know? Because I wanted to know my whole life. How do you know when you're gonna be in love with a guy? I was the helpless romantic. Just tell me, asking everybody, how did you know? How did you? And they say that stupid effing phrase. You just know. You just know. That is. I hate it. I hated that phrase. I still hate it to this day. I hate hearing it. But guess what? That's this phrase that I use now. Because I'll tell you, I also, same thing, dated so many great guys. I have no bad, I've had no bad experience with men. I was a heartbreaker and I didn't mean to. I just felt like I was supposed to feel something and I just didn't. I was engaged twice. I left both of them. My point is when I found the guy that I'm with now, I knew immediately that I was in love with him. It didn't take 2 years. I knew right away. I just effing knew. How do I know that I'm still 8 years later? The shit that we've been through, there is no way that we should have lasted. Like everything, I mean, we went through some shitty shit, but at the end of the day, I do believe that I'm in love. Well, I think that he truly is in love with me. I feel like I'm in love with him. Or I worry about this. Sometimes men maybe are not just in love and you just want to stick it out. And I don't know, that might be an insecurity feature because he tells me, but that's what he says. He says that he's absolutely in love with me. He's never been in love with another woman before. And I think like maybe that's why it does work. Maybe that's why even when every time I'm ready to walk away, he doesn't let me walk away. And yeah, I'm usually the one that's trying to walk away because I just feel either unloved or there's not good communication or I feel that there's too much drama. But it really isn't that. He's actually just a really good guy overall, and he just had a real bad, it was like I don't know, just a bad situation. So my point is you said you were in love with a girl. I think that all those other women know it, and yeah, and I'm not even sure if better to have loved than lost, never to have loved at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's bullshit. I want to say only because I couldn't imagine getting my heart broke and living with the rest of my life. Oh my God, that would be horrendous. I fear that. That's like a worst nightmare to me. Like that. What is it? The Wuthering Heights. Have you seen Wuthering Heights? Something like that.
No, I've never seen that.
Some stupid scenario like that is terrifying to me. Yes. Yes. Like that's just all she wanted was Heath. She wanted Heath. She just wanted Heath. That's all she wanted.
Crazy as the crazy wife that kept in chains. I'm not sure if I remember the story correctly.
Oh, I don't know about that. But
wait,
no,
hold on.
Yeah, no, that's a different story.
Is that Wuthering Heights? Wait.
Yeah, that might be a different version, but that's not the version that I know. The version that I know.
Tell me the version that you.
Okay, the version I know, a wealthy girl grows up motherless, has a father. Father finds a boy in the town and makes him this stable boy when they're children and has him watch over his daughter. They end up grow up together. They live together, because he's the stable boy forever, and they fall in love and they talk about falling in love. But then he's not proving himself and he's not doing anything to prove, like to go out and do something bigger and better for himself. He's just being a stable boy, not doing anything. And she's just like, show me, you love me. wanted Heathcliff to have everything this rich guy wanted. But now the rich guy did fall in love with her, and she ended up marrying him. Heathcliff ran off, and you know what he did? He improved himself, and he got wealthy, and he came back to tell her, I'm in love with you. Look, I did it. And now she's fucking brokenhearted because now she feels so bad that she has to tell this guy that really did fall in love with her, that is madly in love with her, you know, like, sorry, I've been in love with this whole life. And so anyway, she ended up dying. And then the last part, I'm not going to tell you, you have to watch it because it's madly
No, you're gonna have to tell me now. I'm not gonna watch it. You have to tell me. Spoiler.
Yes. And so then she tells Heathcliff. Heathcliff is the stable boy that left and came back and showed her after years, you know, and proved his love to her. But she was already married and with this rich guy. But now she gets sick because Heathcliff comes back and he's just like, I don't care. I don't care that you've been married. Remember everything that we talked about. Remember all of our dreams. This is come and be with me. And now she's heartbroken. So she gets sick and she ends up dying from heartbreak because she can't break the guy's heart that she's with, and she's so sad that Heathcliff decided, you know, like whatever, she just can't do it.
That would never happen in today's society.
Well, and so then what happens is she tells Heathcliff, I will wait for you. I will be here. And our spirits are supposed to be together forever into the eternal world. And my heaven is where you are. So I will be where you are. And so then
she dies. And then does he kill himself?
No. Then Heathcliff, for years, he would hear her calling for him. Heathcliff, in the winter storm, right, when she died, and she would hear him, he would hear her, and he would look out, and he would see her apparition, but then and then one night, when he's older, and he's lived his life, he hears her calling his name, Heathcliff, Heathcliff, and he walks out, and he sees her, and they embrace, and then they die. But now this is the interesting thing, okay? A passerby comes into the house, the cottage, right? And he's just like, where's Heathcliff? Where's Heathcliff? Something along these lines, okay? And they're like, I don't know, Heathcliff went out into the winter. He went out to the store. And then he's like, yeah, he was with some woman. And then they were like, what? And they're like, they were together. She waited for him, and then they passed on together, and they rode off into the winter storm, into their castle, to eternity of love, together, forever. So.
Well, there you go. All right.
You're madly in love. And so, yes, he's my Heathcliff. I mean, I'm never going to leave him. I'm just going to suffer. I'm not going to be like that dumb bitch. Okay? I mean, yeah, I want to leave sometimes, a lot, for better things.
A lot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you have opportunities, too.
And that's true. But I'm just in love, and I can't. And I'll never be able to. I'm stuck forever. Because I'm not going to let that happen.
Stuck like glue, baby.
I'm not going to be like that bitch.
You might get sick as soon as you break up with him or something. What?
Yes, Edie, I'm in love with him. I can't imagine another life with anybody else. I just can't.
Hey, Edie, I gotta say this, girl. I think you and I can safely say that this room will work.
Don't ever invite me up, Edie, Francie. You keep me in the goop. But I'll be there.
So, you've never loved anybody like you love this, right?
Yes.
Women
I've never
only fall in love one time in their life.
That's
everything
fact.
else, everything else is replaceable.
I don't think you know a lot about life.
No, you think it's
And it's
love.
always with me.
Some people.
No, they only fall in love once time.
Yeah,
and
with
it's
you.
usually
It's so true.
when they're like 20. When they're 20, they're so in love, and they never fall in love like that ever again.
You think it's love when you're 20, and then you realize it wasn't.
I feel like, like intimate romantic relationships are different in your 20s than as you get older. Like, because you grow together when you're in your 20s, so it's different.
And everything is I mean, your brain works differently. Like everything is exciting, and when you're older, it's different. There's different things that sort of that make you comfortable and happy, and you know.
It depends on how much you can fit on, like in your carry-on luggage into the overhead, right? Like your luggage really changes the way you interact with people. But
when you're 20, you figure you can. Whatever, when that stuff matters because by that time you should be stable in life.
so I'm sure I would agree with you if I heard a single word you said.
Yeah, I know, Matrix. I'm gonna be in Matrix for another minute.
Well, that was nice, and I think, Austin, it's awfully good to see you.
You as well, I think. I've heard you mad in the past.
You what? Did you say you made me mad?
I thought that was a question, not a statement.
Okay, that's good.
We can hear you.
Well,
No? Not anymore.
what do you love?
Yeah, that sounds great. Keep going. Doesn't matter if you're on mute or not, we can't hear a word you're saying.
Hey, Austin, what's up?
What's up, Monica? How you doing?
Blessed and highly favored, sir. How about you?
I am, all the great things and wonderful and amazing and all that jazz.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are you lying through your teeth?
I wake up and I do jazz hands just 'cause I can.
Woohoo!
And if you don't want to talk about it more, you don't have to. But what do you love about him?
I love the purity of his soul. I think that he just has such a pure soul, and he's so loving, and he does like all of the stupid things that I would want a strong man to want to do, like very sensitive around some emotional things. Like he largely was, and he still is sometimes, but I just don't get to see him often. But besides the purity, the his loving nature, I just like his soul. I just like who he is as a man. I really can't explain it. And I fell in love with that.
How long have you been together around? I mean, you don't have to be exact, but like 10 years more?
Since 2017.
Okay. Do you think you were looking for different things when you were dating guys before him? Like, do you think you gave yourself the opportunity to be with somebody that's of his nature?
Oh yeah, I couldn't find anything that was even close. I didn't think he existed. I thought I was getting into like, what is it called? Oh, Lume. Okay. My mom's trying to show me something. She showed me this. If you last 3 weeks with me, then you're good. If you last 3 weeks with me, then you're good for another 3.
Time for the jam! My jam!
Strike the master chord. Johnson is a fraud. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a scam. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is the tax. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a liar. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a criminal. Borrows $1.3 billion to give to Crony Non. Profits the C2U is a mafia propaganda. Organization affordability is a scam. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Open the books, transparency now. Public spending tracker now. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Brandon Johnson is a scam. Reparations for black slaves is a scam. It's a black tax socialists are taxologists. All taxation is theft. Affordability is a scam. Abortion Greyhound buses are murder for profit. Open the books, transparency now. Public spending tracker now. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Brandon Johnson is the scam. You sent our paychecks with a smiling mask. Gonna care, gonna change while you pass that. Your friends at the table eating out the back. We're stuck in the checkout line doing the math. You borrowed a mountain for a parking lot dream. Sign your name on the dollar like it's free, free, free. We wake up to letters with the red ink screams. Every promise on paper feels cheap to me. Brandon Johnson is a tag. We're the ones who pay it back. All the bills and all the spend. Cash goes out, we're locked in. Open up the books right now. Show the numbers line by line. Transparency on every track. Brandon Johnson is a tag. You call it for the people, but the doors stay closed. Same names on the contracts, every story we're told. You preach about affordable, then raise the toll. Whole city in a chokehold, just to feed your own. We're tired of slogans on a pretty blue sign. Want a public spending tracker in real time. Not enough photo op on our dime. We're done with the fiction, this is our line. Brandon Johnson is a tag. We're the ones who pay it back. All the bills and all the spend. Cash goes out, we're locked in. Open up the books right now. Show the numbers line by line. Transparency on every track. Brandon Johnson is a tag. We want receipts. Every cent, every check, every beat. Turn the lights to the ceiling, to the cracks, to the shadows. transparency now. Expenditure now. Brandon Johnson is the snake. Brandon Johnson is the revelation for black slaves is the Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a fraud. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a scam. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is the tax. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a liar. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a criminal. Now I bring Brandon Johnson criminal. CTU is a mafia propaganda organization that promotes criminality is a scam. Brandon Johnson is the time. Transparency now. Expenditure now. Brandon Johnson is the scandal. Brandon Johnson is the scam. Reparation for black slaves is a scam. It's a black tax socialist. One tax on this own taxation is affordability is a scam. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a fraud. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a scam. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a scam. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a liar. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a criminal. Morals want $3 billion to give the crony doctor. The C2 is a mafia propaganda. Organization of portability is a scam. Parliament Johnson is a coward.
Transparency now. Public spending track now. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Brandon Johnson is a scam. Transparency now. Public spending track now. Brandon Johnson is a tax. Brandon Johnson is a scam.
Reparations for black slaves is a scam. It's a black tax. Socialists are taxologists. All taxation is theft. Affordability is a scam.
Transparency now. Public spending track now. Brandon Johnson is a tax. Brandon Johnson is a scam. Transparency now. Public spending track now. Brandon Johnson is a tax. Brandon Johnson is a scam. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a fraud. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a scam. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is the tax. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a liar. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a criminal.
mafia propaganda. Organization affordability is a scam. Brandon Johnson is the Never the book's transparency. Clever spinning tracker. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Brandon Johnson is the scam. Reparations for black slaves is a scam. It's a black tax. Socialists are taxologists. All taxation is theft. Affordability is a Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a fraud. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a scam. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is the tax. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a liar. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is a criminal. Borrows $1.3 billion to give to crony non. Profits the seats to use of mafia propaganda. Organization affordability is a scam. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Open the transparency now. Public spending tracker now. Brandon Johnson is the tax. Brandon Johnson is the scam. Reparations for black slaves is a scam. It's a black tax, socialism, taxologists, all taxation is theft. Affordability is a scam.
Brand new superstar is suffering. And if you ever wanted to know how much we are in a recession, labels are more likely to put tons of money behind a girl group because a girl group we can load 5, 6 girls, each of them represent a different archetype so they can hit a different psychographic of a person. And that way we know we can monetize this and ship it off. This is why all these major corporations are behind Cat's Eye and all these other different iterations. And don't be surprised, we will be getting a boy band real soon. So I just think that the way we are discussing this, saying like, hey, the genre's dead, I'm like, actually, it evolves. Like every
Take a little breath. Take a
What? It's my neighborhood.
yeah.
Come on. Get your little honey inside, please.
His name's Jacat.
I'm getting my dog inside, but I sent a picture of my cat across the street. Figured he lives in the neighborhood.
Definitely necessary.
It's a nice neighborhood.
Wiggling his little butt as he walks across the street. His tail looks like a raccoon. I said, he likes to go out at night. I said, somebody's going to mistake you for a raccoon and kill you, so you better stay inside because you look like a raccoon.
My creamy, my redhead, or flip-flop. She was so snuggly this morning. It was so cute.
I know.
It's Friday. We can do this. Don't let me. You know, Mom. You can go insect.
All right, well, we're going to eat lunch. I'll be back on later.
Bye.
Thank you. They come into rooms 24 hours spitting on the Christians. Did the Quran say to not debate them? To talk with them kindly? To not freaking point fingers at them?
You're right.
Why is this behavior not being shown on platforms like this?
We're not killing people. We're not killing children. In the name of the book Talmud, or if the government is helping out the Western government.
I'm talking about Christians. I don't care about those other people. I'm talking about Christians. What have they done? Where does the American government represent Christianity except for namesake? What about the good Christians?
What about the Christians? They have to take
What
care
about
of
the good
themselves.
Christians?
Yeah, what about the good Christians? What are we doing?
You know what you guys do? No. Listen to what you guys do. So there are Christians that are dying. There are Christians that are dying in Israel, right?
Are Muslims keeping Christians
We know
childless?
they're not being targeted.
Turning them into gay and lesbians?
We understand that if Christians are living in Israel, they truly want to be there.
Yeah, but
They don't have to be there. They don't have to be there. They want to be there.
What about the specific issue? Even the Pope in Malta, the treatment of Jews in Jerusalem specifically.
It's just the Gardu ones. We're not talking about the evangelical ones. He's talking about just day-to-day on these platforms. Even I'm watching it. It's annoying as fuck.
They're killing their own people by doing this, Marcus. The attitude is out there. Like this is.
And so much so, it was such a scandal. This went viral. You've seen many clips in the news and all over social media that even the Pope himself, your Pope.
Let him talk, Thomas. Let him talk, Thomas. Let him talk. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Keep going.
No, that's it. I'm just saying, what about this particular issue? Do you agree with the Pope?
No, that's the small fry issue.
The Pope, the last Pope, his last words publicly was to free Palestine. So why would you ask me, what we think about it? Come on, bro.
No, but you seem to think that...
You haven't seen his and you haven't seen Pope this last Christmas. Speaking with baby Jesus and his whole freaking, Palestinian support. Like, this has been outright and blatant what he's done.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I behave like that towards the good Christian.
Yeah, but not enough Christians really speak about it. I mean, the Pope
My guy.
highlighted this issue, but it's not something that you hear. You know, Christians are not outraged by this.
My guy, you had the king of Christians say this is bad. What more do you want?
No, I'm saying Christians, and even here when we
Israel
discuss
has jihad, bro.
when we discuss the hatred between these people, you know, it's never emphasized that, you know, the Jews themselves, they harbor a lot of ill will towards the Palestinians.
So the hard part about sympathizing with that opinion is that, like, we're talking about maybe Jews who are spitting at Christians. I know one guy hit a nun the other couple weeks ago, but like we have literally like an icon of 21 Christians being beheaded on a beach by Muslims.
Yeah, this happened in
So
my
you're
country
asking me to
actually.
be like, oh no, spitting bad, but like 21 Christians had their heads cut off on a beach. Do you see,
Yeah, the
how
Israelis,
you see like this complaint is like
no, I don't see it at all, because in church buildings are being bombarded.
And Christian women are being sold in Syria. What do you want from us?
Going to stop bombing.
I even think you've seen them, right? Yo, Thomas, you've seen them, right? The young boys when they line up when the nuns are walking by or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's just what they do as kids, right?
And it's not good. It's not right.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
But they just gave these women escorts now.
Okay, let me give you a similar example.
So now they have people that volunteer to walk them through it.
In the UK, we had.
I mean, what are we gonna make out of it, right? They're probably keeping some weird tradition from a long time ago, and these are just things that are done on certain days, and like no one's really losing sleep about it. Like if we're not complaining about it, why are you complaining about it?
Because Islam, okay, is spoken of and criticized day in and day out, okay, and it is really just a spotlight on Islamic religion, as if it's the religion that is influencing all of these barbaric acts.
Kidnapped 200 girls in Nigeria, my guy.
I am the charioteer of the east, Lord of the past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light, Lord of resurrection, who cometh forth from the dust, and my birth is from the house of death.
Ones tell you, man. The ones that want to live there.
You can argue all day long that Christians, okay, are victims of Muslim persecution.
Yeah.
I can agree with you. But in the same token, you can't deny that they are also persecuted by Jews in Jerusalem, in the Holy Land, in the Holy City.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Who's
That's
denying
what I'm
that, bro?
saying. Right.
Understood.
Well, you guys seem to want to trivialize it.
The degree of the persecution is the problem here. This is what we're saying. Yes, a nun got his getting spit on. Yes, some weirdo hit her in the face. Now, and some soldier smashed the cross image of Jesus, which, by the way, your Messiah is supposed to do anyway. But forget that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Why is that a big problem? That's really interesting.
This is a small.
Isn't he gonna come back and do that? Like, and like he's Jewish. You know, Jesus is Jewish.
And it's a small sort of fry stuff.
So what's coming from?
This would be salient.
And by the way, back in slavery in Afghanistan.
We have viral videos now of Gazans, Muslim Gazans.
Well, we don't have to do what about it, Thomas. Let's just stay focused on what he's saying.
I'm pointing out, like, this is a ridiculous
They're spitting Christians in Gaza. And these videos are going viral. Okay? Now, don't you think this would be all over the news? This would be spun in such a way to demonize the Palestinians even further. This is just anybody with a shred of common sense would agree on this. If the same was done by the Palestinians against Palestinian Christians, and they were spitting and abusing them and, insulting their religion.
I'll tell you what you don't see.
How many Christians? No. In Gaza, you know how many Christians have gone unheard. How many Christian Palestinians have been persecuted. There's a few on the south. I can give you that's the thing. Why they're not putting it up? Why they don't show it?
On Christian Gaza. Show me that.
No, a lot of Christians have been persecuted. Dude, Abu Philip, that's examples on the south. Just for 5 minutes and talk to him. And he'll give you his entire freaking history. And he's one such among the hundreds of thousands of Christians that have suffered persecution on that land. So to say that
here anymore.
I don't know where he is. I'm worried for him.
I saw him on the front. Probably followed so many people.
I mean, I'm gonna mask off here from what I've seen, even with Muslims in Ghana, right? You don't if you give one group of Muslims guns and another group of Muslims guns, they will shoot at each other. This is a in-group problem that you guys have that you're not willing to solve. You want to blame everyone else. This is the problem you're having. This is why it's so hard for everyone to have sympathy.
Yo, imagine somebody preventing us from making money, Thomas. It's not gonna happen, bro. Why are you guys accepting this?
If anything, the markets are fucking dropping. Please go look at the markets. I'm so scared to
Look
look
at
at my
Russia.
portfolio.
Russia is self-sufficient, and so is China. So is India. What's going on? So is Indonesia.
Yeah, but look at the markets.
Hey, Palantir is safe. I'm okay.
Huh?
Palantir is safe.
Who said?
Actually, should I invest in AI anymore?
That's right.
Megatron? Now that the Bulgarian jihad is the start of it.
I don't think you should now. Wait, it's gonna crash.
Did you just think about Larry John started?
Yeah.
Just wait a bit. Just wait.
Do I invest
Gonna
in
go didn't remember me. Put it all up.
It goes down, it goes on. It's fine.
Well, it will. Okay, you can see how the market's moving. Just read the charts. It's gonna collapse.
Hey, wait, what are these ANOTs?
Dump all your happiness.
ANOTs together?
So,
Yeah, the ANOTs at the bottom have like matching little. It's kind of cute. I don't know. It's probably just John Kitover. It's probably just like two John Kitovers or
Nah.
Abby and Toast or something.
John Kitover has many accounts. He doesn't come with it.
Sorry, my bad. Just had to call out just had to shout out the ANOTs, you know?
Yep. And 222 of his accounts blocked. So it's,
222.
What do you think? He has 50 plus phones. Have you seen his videos? Just go look up his fucking videos. It's so ridiculous. He's like surrounded in his world of phones and he's streaming each and every rule. He's making YouTube videos. He's crazy. At first, like, he was explaining to me how this is his scientific experiment and he's like trying to understand human psychology and you know how the psyche utilizes like online spaces in order to like storytell shit like that. Then it became just an obsession for him.
So is that like worth war? Like the priest thing?
No, nothing is worth war. Nothing is worth
No, not even close.
Yeah. So I don't know why people like get.
But it's worth raising a voice. Dude, our biggest weapons are our tongues. Like that is something you'll see a lot of like Christians adopt like specificity, I think, which I think is kind of sad because Christian voice is the voice of love and union. It's the voice of Christ, right? So it should be raised at some point.
So then you
They're not fighting for lives. They're fighting for land. It's fucking gross.
Even then,
They should just
land
leave.
too,
I
like,
don't know what's the big problem.
it's unjust. You don't need
Unjust.
like, you don't need, you, Megatron, no one can do that to you. You'll call out injustice. All that you work for have like your lineage on a particular land. Right? And it's your great-great-great-grandfather's house. You've been living there. You've inherited it.
Hey, I just got a message that I was being talked about. Who here was talking about me? Take my name out of your mouth. The way I live my life with my cell phones.
We're talking about you with love, so shut the heck up.
Yeah, that's so fun, bro. Check your back channel, Marcus.
Okay.
Alright, oh well, whatever. I don't think we're gonna go to war over that.
To come back to read.
That's just it. If you guys get a space, you'll have more educated people.
Is that your Uber? Are you looking for your Uber?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you on Uber?
I can piggyback you guys home if you'd like.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Three of us?
Hey, we'll figure it out. If there's a will, there's a way. She's the fun one, isn't she? I love it. What do you, what's the Uber here?
It's yourself.
Oh, shit. You got the
I
special
can get
Uber.
the least amount of time.
2 steps forward, and both of your parents are still married. Take 2 steps forward. If you grew up with a father figure in the home.
If you use this sound, your video will...
Actually didn't speak much. Didn't speak at all. Like on set, I have common understanding, right? We exchange love and understanding.
So, Nagus, just to clarify, I understand that you're not happy with your country being bombed. Okay, so, you're against all of this, but you're still, at the same breath, you're also against the regime there. So what do you hope as an outcome, Nagus?
my grievances with the regime is that the internal sort of structure needs resolution. It needs like cleaning up to do, right? So, and I think that would be the case in the future with the present government that is set up. At some point, so much attention was given to like these external factors, and that internal workings of Iran were being neglected, and corruption set in. These are things that need to be addressed. I'm not like most like diasporic Iranians who says one or the other. I don't see this as black and white. I see the nuances through it too.
But here,
Especially
how do you feel addressed?
yeah, but
The guys that ignore him want to achieve these goals. Like everybody was unhappy with him because Assad was running a brutal country and he was killing his own people.
That was a bad.
That was bad. Yeah, it was bad, but they had a limited number of options to help.
He had limited number
help
of options.
reform or to let alone, and then you get consumption of the beast. The beast will consume.
Yeah, it was a fight against Israel.
Israel is the US, they will consume. Or they can oppose. Now, they oppose, they're going to have even more trouble. So they got like three options. The best option is to maybe help and reform. But whether they did that, that's another issue. I don't think they did that way. They missed the opportunity. But you talk about Assad like he's a beast. Assad is a dictator and a tyrant. There are evil people out there, worse than dictators and tyrants. I hope you do know that, Nepal. You're not that naive, yeah?
Assad is lesser of the two evils, and they had to hold the hand of something.
No, he was a
That's
tyrant.
fighting the
He was
beast.
a tyrant.
Yeah, of course. Who's denying that?
Whether he's evil, a tyrant is somebody, as long as you say to them, they'll leave you alone. As their pet, you become their pet. Evil people, even if you submit to them, even if you negotiate, they will eradicate you. That's called evilness.
In the end, he walked away himself. Like it was his pride that he was going. He should have just walked away.
Nargis, you were very upset with that guy.
Hamza. See, I'm all about Hamza. I'm all about like standing against. I'm all against standing against tyrants. I'm all about standing against oppression, like the way the regime, the country is doing it right now. Don't get me wrong.
But what would you do in their position at the present moment?
I would do exactly what
You go force campaign against you.
Yes, I would do exactly what they're doing, bro. Like I wouldn't do anything different. But I'm saying that there's also like internal affairs that have to be dealt with. No. All I'm saying is these internal workings of Iran with people on the streets. I mean, there's obviously a reason, right? Why they're coming on. Whether it is 2,000, whether it's 20,000, 40,000, no matter what it is, there is some conflict that's happening within the system. Whether it be because of the fucking sanctions that America's put on it, or because of its internal corruption, right? What? He's speaking very black and white. I'm asking him to see the nuances through it.
You're an alien. You have the first-hand experience. Okay, you're speaking from experience, right? Now, when we are okay, wait a minute. Listen to me, Betty. Listen. Wait a minute. Listen. If I bring up Gaddafi, man, okay, you guys I will be shocked if I hear a bunch of people saying he's crazy. Okay, but we fought a war to overthrow this guy. Okay, and you tend to find that people that admire or romanticize Gaddafi tend to be non-Libyans.
I agree. Gaddafi was a tyrant. So I sympathize with people.
Yes, you're right, Abdul.
Gaddafi was a tyrant. I know he was a tyrant.
Actually, Abdul brought it up.
There are people worse than Gaddafi.
Guys are praising Gaddafi. So some guys were at the other room.
But this is my point now, is you yourself, this is why I'm bringing this up, you yourself need to be conscientious of that, because you made a good point by bringing that up. But when you bring up Syria, and you say, oh, he's the lesser of two evils, and also that discussion you were talking about before, that room when you were talking about Gaddafi, you did chime in.
No, I condemn Syria and Iraq. I wholeheartedly condemn it. Are you kidding me?
Alright. Okay.
I'm not the only Iranian, but will stand against it and condemn it. kidding me? That is one of the freaking downfalls of the Iranian government. You kidding me? In that sense, yeah. In some senses, not so much. Think about it. Like, sense is not so much. In one sense, absolutely. You kidding me? You think see, what Hamza is doing is taking one side, leaving the other. He's doing the easy job. What I'm doing is I'm showing the nuances.
What you guys are ignoring, actually aspiring to. I mean, you got a tyrant government, maybe a bad government, tyrant, at least the best is bad government. Then you've got some evil forces campaign.
Yeah, they have no choice but to fight it.
They're not there.
They have to fight it. They are bad. They are evil.
The point is that the Iranian regime has to basically do good for the Iranian people. Okay?
It has to work internally. Yeah.
Yeah, but this was the thing they're doing right now. One of the things is that, Trump is the most corruptible president. Okay? So they could have just bribed him to keep stay away. Alright? They could have done anything to, basically avert bomb. So just fighting doesn't make sense. If Qatar could give 747 to Trump, then, Iran could have given something.
Keep quiet. There was no choice. There was no choice. Don't do that. Don't do. You know exactly how they carried it out. Be fair to politics too. Like, you're answerable so far as people are gonna call you out for politic injustice.
Look at Venezuela. They just capitulated, give the oil. It's fine. I mean, at least
no, that's the thing. You don't freaking bend over to a tyrant. What kind of mentality is this?
Then school children what the time being, you don't have to
You're not gonna understand
forever.
Yeah, I didn't think they're making the deal. Iran is very strategic. Don't freaking think of it as.
So then we shouldn't complain. And this is all according to plan.
Why? We can't complain about its internal workings as citizens.
And it's on the gold mine, right?
No, black and white. That's what I'm calling out.
But you're essentially supporting the regime by extension. If you recognize that the greater evil here is that being effectively, you're potentially going to be invaded even, right? I believe that all this speech you were given earlier and getting so worked up with Hamza, calling these turban heads and all of this stuff.
In some ways, I do. Because they wear that dress of piety and they act like they're within the system. These things also need to be called out. This is why because he's seeing things so black and white that by which he's completely negating the nuances, right? So I'm sorry, but this too is a problem within the system. Outside, what it's doing is great. It's whatever the reason is, right? We're standing against the tyrant of oppression. All these are things that one can should be like. However, there are within it some too that have to rest. This is what I'm asking Hamza to see. It is not that freaking squeaky clean. And that's okay to point it out. He doesn't want to see that. He doesn't want to look at I think it's a bit hypocritical. That is what I was calling out.
In the so-called Islamic inside out, and then there's evil outside, literally evil. Evil. You and your woman. Yeah, evil.
There is, bro. Like the Lutfal, there is. Like you can't.
Evil. And the corruption in Islam has been going on for over a millennia. The Muslim world is in denial of it. The evil doesn't want.
No, there is Israel. There is the entire freaking eradication of an entire people called bro. Like, are you blind? Lutfal, you've seen enough of it.
They are as human as us, and they are as human. Evil. Oh man. No, it is evil.
Oh, come on.
You need to face it. It's evil. It hurts that you're breathing. That you are breathing hurts it.
They're doing.
No, they're not doing anything. They're evil. The fact that you're breathing, they feel pain. That you're breathing, you must be eliminated.
By the actions.
That's the nature of evil.
Many actions are evil, not people.
Yeah, no, the people themselves have become evil.
Actions are
The people represent.
Yeah, they are. Okay, fine.
They are.
Evil actions, right?
Mistakes. They do not do these by mistakes. You listen to this carefully. They sit and plan and scheme and sit again, plan and scheme the destruction of other people. That's what they do. This is pure and utter evil people. They've lost their humanity a long time ago. They stopped. They will stop. It's just a question of how much cost does it cost.
You hear this bullshit?
They will stop. This madness will stop. Now, that's what you need to face up to. So you've got evil, you've got tyrants, and then you've got some
when you use these words,
no options.
I must have listened good.
Okay, he's using theistic words, so what? Just deal with it.
What happens? The problem, what happens is that then people try to do, they do wrong things because it's not the goal to doing good. Like Iran is going to now execute, they have executed already thousands of people. All right.
There are some people that should be executed. Evil people in the system that want to collapse an entire nation.
This is the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
People become righteous.
That's okay. The problem is some innocent people in between get stuck.
You know what treason is? Every country takes steps against treason. You know what treason is, nearby?
Okay. Do you understand?
No, but you understand what treason
Do you
is?
understand what I said?
Yeah, no, do you understand what treason is? Treason is when you operate as part of a society, killing them all such that they can all be destroyed. After you don't commit the crime against one person, commit the crime against everyone.
Yeah. So when you put things in black and
Every
white,
country has steps to deal with treason.
you understand what I'm saying? So, you understand what I'm saying, or you just want to keep shouting?
You haven't said anything for me to understand it.
Oh, okay, exactly. That's why. Because you keep shouting, blah, blah, blah.
So why are you asking me? Why did you want to say something?
Yes, I am saying. So I'm saying that what I was saying is that when you put things in black and white, when you make people say like, okay, they are evil and we are good, then the good we and you say that whatever we do is righteous, and you will still do wrong things, you will still do evil things, but you will think that you're doing it because you are the good side,
Brother, I don't know why you don't listen.
Wait, I'm not done. So
But when are you going to be done?
When the Americans were fighting the Germans in the Second World War, they would say that, oh, we are dropping firebombs on Dresden is because we are on the good side. Okay, so we can do these things. All right. This is the problem when it happens when you say that the other side is evil, because you stop looking at your actions as evil anymore.
Yeah, but you're not listening. The current players.
Okay.
You got. I'll tell you, there are other options. This is the point that we need to pursue. You got evil on one side. You got tyranny on another side, and there's a few other options. Those options is what people need to explore. The other options. Now, tyranny is unsustainable. It's bad. It's oppressive. Now, evil will actually extinguish you. I told you there are some people the fact that you're breathing pains them. You need to be eliminated. That's their plan. They don't do this by mistake. They plan. They've got think tanks. They allegedly employ lots of people who analyze how to eliminate other people, how to torture them, how to rape them, how to make their lives misery. Not people, individuals, not even nations, entire continents. They are evil as they come. The scum of the human family. Scum. They were humanity a long time ago. The fact that they wear suits and ties and so on doesn't negate their evilness. It actually makes it even worse. The worst type of tyrants. They have nothing called humanity. They can easily unleash the most lethal weapons known to mankind in entire civilian cities. They've done so in the past. Entire civilian cities. They would do round-the-clock bombings, raids of civilian cities, firebomb them. There are women, children, men below. Innocent civilians who have nothing to do with it. They will firebomb them. You're not listening.
So like.
No, you need to face. This is called evil. This is not done by accident. They've done over and over and over again. Now all humanity faces this evilness. And then on the other side, you got some tyrants who want to build some bellies and some long beards and stuff like that.
Shut up.
So Mahdi, just a quick question, because I've noticed a lot of discourses with like third world people versus or even second world people.
One side, you got tyranny on another side, and there's a few other options. Those options is what people need to explore. The other options. Now tyranny is unsustainable.
So, like, it sounds like you prefer your tyrant to their
No, the tyrants.
But your tyrant actually runs a country that works, and people aren't protesting.
Tyrants are not welcome.
Your tyrant is literally killed like thousands of people.
Yeah, that's why they need to be gone. They need to be gone too. So now you've got, like I said, a couple of options.
That's what the evil asks you. The tyrants ask you to support them. Actually, if you support both of them, one of them will just hurt you, the other one will destroy you. So you need to find another option. There are many other options. People need to
But like,
find such
you guys can't produce tyrants.
Who is you guys? I don't know. What do you mean by third world?
Like,
Dude, who's you guys?
What do you mean by third world?
Who's you guys?
Nobody is a third world citizen. This evilness
you
has
guys?
carved out what you call first world, second world, third world.
Whoever's the
There is no
population.
such a
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
as third world. There are no
So leaders don't.
head.
Yeah, leaders don't come out of thin air. They come from the population that needs them, and the population cannot.
No, they come from
leaders
thugs.
that don't kill them.
No, they come from thugs. They don't come from populations. They come from thugs that ally themselves to Satan and other dark forces. That's exactly what happens.
Those thugs spawn out of the ground.
You what? Sorry?
Where the thugs spawn out of the ground and pull from the air. They're from the people.
No, they're not from these are thugs. Don't say that they represent the people. They don't represent the people. There are no so-called evil nation out there. What happens is that that nations get hijacked either by tyrants, or they get hijacked by evil people, or now they can get represented by something else. That's something that we need to look for. But this idea about developing a third world nation, there is no such thing as third world nations. All this just evil demands. These are evil labels. There are no primitives out there.
Sure. But this is what I notice a lot. I notice that a lot of people from countries where we have like oppressive and corrupt leaders like to blame something else other than themselves for why they have.
There's not like to blame.
And oppressive leaders.
What do you mean like to blame? It's a fact. It's not blame. It's a fact.
The thing.
Brother, it's a fact. It's not like to blame. Like to blame, that means they're deflecting from their own inadequacies.
There, and at some point you're going to have to admit that we make these tyrants.
No, we do not make these tyrants. There are no
where they come from?
A tyrant. Said, why don't you come? And why don't you just turn it and just do your thing? There's no people who ever chose this. There's no people who ever chose evil forces to come and rule them.
Maybe you don't think you are, but you are.
It never happened not once in history.
The way of life you like.
Sometimes we don't make these tyrants. Yeah, I agree, but sometimes we don't make these tyrants.
I don't know where
sometimes these tyrants, one second, are built by like higher forces.
Where?
Like
Which
the bigger
forces?
seekers.
Where?
Those that walk through the freaking crevices of freaking corridors in the White House. They're
Point them out. Like.
Well, you don't believe in the 1%ers or what?
Sometimes even when the people get what they want, they just elevate another tyrant. And I've noticed this.
No, you don't think the 1%ers exist or what?
Thomas,
Because I used to think it's a conspiracy, Thomas, that there is, I think, a 1%. So there's some body that's fucking governing this biggest.
I'm saying what you want my body to do, which is kind of see us all as human.
Yeah, people are sometimes making these tyrants. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are not making these tyrants also.
It starts with recognizing that like where the responsibility really lies, right? You'll never ever get out of the cycle of tyrant upon a tyrant upon a tyrant until you admit that you are raising the tyrants.
No, there's no.
It doesn't start off though as that. These tyrants start off as.
Human population.
Yeah, but it always ends like that. You have to ask.
It usually ends like that. Yeah.
It never happens. What happens is that
human condition.
hypocrites that deceive societies, and sometimes in their naivety and ignorance, they allow or so-called walk into tyranny. They actually think that somebody is good and they don't have the checks and balances. That's how tyrants is there. But Thomas, I think you're denying the fact that are you denying that there are tyrants and evil people in the planet that rule the planet?
I'm not
Yes.
Hey,
There are.
I'm not denying this case. I'm just
Okay,
saying that.
so what are you recommending? What are you recommending?
I'm just saying that.
Problem like third world countries. What is your recommendation?
Let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm saying that maybe the system you guys love is what forces these people who seem good or may be good to become tyrants.
No, there is no system like that. I haven't seen that system. Maybe the closest to it is what you call dictatorship and democracy. They allow these things. Without checks and balances, they allow.
But it's not a system that's foreign to you. It's a system you like.
Sorry, evil forces to rule. Because
This is why you
requires reform.
get better.
Now, there's other parts of the world require reform too. Now, it's just people how they reform. Can they smell the coffee? And those who can't smell the coffee will be absorbed and will be gone. That's the problem. Now, there are systems that we have in the planet that don't have the right checks and balances, whether it's democracy or theocracy or what have you. Now, some people have just not looked at the right solutions. Now, there are people who have, actually, all they have to do is revisit them. They've worked so far for millennia. The way we're going right now, we could exhaust ourselves within information. Unless we're talking about global calamity. And those evil forces don't mind doing it, by the way. They actually want to instigate a global calamity, meaning like a nuclear devastation. They don't mind it. As long as they exhaust their own populations by 50-70%, they're not all gone, so they will have some drones to serve them. And the other nations could lose 99%. They don't mind this. They will take this gamble to maintain their power dominance. They don't care how many people die, as long as they remain in control. That's how evil they are.
I know your
entire continents.
I understand your anger. It's just that, like, I think that as a nation, any nation kind of reaches the point where they have some self-determination, and like, you know,
could you tell me that nation?
Iran,
give me that nation.
Self-determination.
Name one.
Self-determination.
Yeah, name one nation that's got self-determination. Tell me.
Ghana, Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria, Ghana. They're puppets. Absolutely puppets.
Just because
they have power, there'll have to be the missing link.
If you can destroy Mali.
If you think the Africans are resisting, they've got leadership that represents them, then the Africans are a missing link. I know what the Africans can do. Thomas, I know you think these have said, well, countries are primitives and you have to do anthropological studies. These populations are as diverse and talented as any other people on the planet. They've got all these pigeons. Oh, I told you, I am leader, I went to Washington, and Washington told me, this is pigeons. These are, I'm trying to be diplomatic, by the way. They don't have any representation. These are all puppet leaders. The whole lot of them. And I come from that continent.
Because they have allies who are bigger than them.
That continent is full of talent to none.